Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It is your Weapons of What Is back here with another series. What if Luffy was just Reincarnation part 1? People have been asking me to do this one for a long time and I finally got around to it. And up to now I have around 9 parts ready for y'all. So that's why I was so comfortable posting this now. So sorry for not posting it later, but you know, here I am. And I promise it's going to be awesome. This is going to be quite the ride. It's probably going to be one of my last series before I leave. Maybe my last one. We shall see. You know, I do incredible things when I'm under stress. But yeah, this video is going to be long, so enjoy yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all my future videos. And let's begin. We begin this part with Koby, who walks into the ship storage of Alvida's ship, with him hearing the screams and laughing of Alvida, which was accompanied by the grunting of her crew members trying to clean up to appease her. Freaking stupid pirate, Koby thought. He would then suck up his anger as he would go and check up on the barrel in the storage when a sword would then stick out from the top, causing him to scream right as Luffy then breaks out, opening the containment with a little smile. Whew, good thing I got out of there. Sup? Koby is left baffled at what just happened. Meanwhile, Luffy would grab an apple he finds somewhere and ask Koby if he's okay, with some parts from above asking why the hell he was screaming. Oh, sorry, no reason. Luffy would then sheath away his blade and take a seat. Looks like I got you in trouble. The name's Luffy. Sorry about that. Koby, you really shouldn't be here. This is Alvida's pirate ship. So, is that it? I'm gonna be a pirate, you know. Being afraid of another one is super stupid. I wish I could be like you. One day I went fishing and accidentally got captured. Now I'm just a cabin boy. You got a dream? Luffy asks, as he finishes his apple, and Koby would then say that he wanted to be a marine at some point, but honestly right now, he has no chance since he can't even escape this place. With a wide smile, Luffy would then stand as he stretches forward and walking up the stairs to the deck, and Koby would then turn around grabbing him and try to stop him, but he's brought on for the ride as Luffy is too strong until they're both on deck. Everyone looks at the two, with Koby getting terrified as he thought, oh no, we're doomed. Why did he do that? Putting her club to her shoulders, Alvida would then make her man make way until she comes face to face with Luffy, though she does tower over him. How the hell did you get on my ship? Oh, I fell into a whirlpool and wound up here. Hey, Koby, do you know what my dream is? To be the king of the pirates. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. He would then turn to see the boy still holding on to him, saying, but if I tried at all, then that's enough for me. This strikes a chord in Koby, but the Alvida pirates begin to laugh. Do you want to be king of the pirates? What the hell do you think you are? Oh, and you're on my ship. And you haven't complimented me yet, said Alvida. That means death. She swings down with incredible strength while the laughs continue, and Koby's life begins to flash before his eyes. Right as Luffy would then cast the weapon, releasing a slight shockwave. Everyone freezes, being completely shocked at what they just saw, and Luffy would say, yeah, I know, it's a ridiculous dream, but it's mine, and a fat-ass nobody like you ain't gonna take it away from me. With a squeeze, he crushes the weapon, as Alvida is left horrified, before Luffy then leaps and sends a kick to her face, and she is catapulted from her ship to the skies before she crashes into the sea, and Luffy will then land saying, you can let go of me now, she's gone. Man, you were really scared, huh? What the hell? He's that strong? He doesn't even have a scratch on him. Koby would then stand letting go of Luffy, and still being in awe of what just happened, Luffy would then ask the pirates if they could borrow a ship, and looking to each other, the terrified pirates would ask if that's what he really wants. I mean, do you want to have a go then, Luffy asked. No. We then cut to a few minutes later as Luffy would be rowing away with Koby on a little boat given to them, and Koby would then ask, you really want to be king of the pirates? Everyone's going to be after you. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It's my dream. Well, you're really strong. It'll be fine. I mean, did you eat a devil fruit? I heard it tastes horrible, so no. I trained real hard. Maybe when you get to the Grand Line someday, you'll find out why. Koby feels exhilarant as it feels like Luffy is telling him to become a marine and meet him out there, and he would say, thank you. No problem. Now, continuing on their little journey, Koby would take obviously a ride with someone that he did not know was going to become the strongest, most influential pirate to be known ever. And their first stop is an island that Luffy was heading to before getting thrown off course. This is where Zoro is being held. As they arrive, Luffy would quickly head to where he is specifically being put at, and as he walks around, not much attention is being paid to him because Luffy actually doesn't have a bounty, and the government doesn't know of him yet, like, at all. He's starting out. I'm not giving him a big, like piracy, you know. I'm not letting people know him yet, because I want to do this differently. And Koby said, Luffy said, following me isn't really a good idea. You're going to be a marine. I'm literally making a pirate crew right now. Yeah, but at least you're nicer than most pirates. Also, I'm afraid I'll get caught again. Okay, well, we're here. Let's see the demonic Zoro, huh? Leaping over the wall of the marine base, Luffy would then come to sit atop it as he looks forward to see the bounty hunter tied up on a cross, and Koby would then jump to and hang on the wall as he gets a look and gets instantly terrified of him. This gets the attention of Zoro, who lifts his head, his hanging head, saying, "Hey, can you cut me down? I've been here for 9 days and I'm really getting on edge." Leaping from the wall and landing, Luffy would then say sure, leaving Zoro surprised, as when he gets to Zoro, he would then grab and simply rip off the ropes like it was nothing. "The hell are you made of?" Zoro asked, and Luffy would then free him, saying that he was made of the same stuff as him. And Zoro with a chuckle would then say that he will make it up to Luffy somehow. And kneeling to him, Luffy would then say, "You could join my crew." "Crew? You're a pirate? You must be new on these seas. Why the hell would I join your crew? I hunt pirates, and I freed you." Getting more mad at this situation, Zoro knows that he made a promise, but felt like he had been played, and then he notices Luffy's blade. "A swordsman. Well, I want to be the best swordsman. You beat me, and I'll join. Is that fine?" As Luffy is about to answer, the voice of Hamapo is then heard as he opens the gates of the courtyard wide, and he enters with some guards at his side. "Who the hell said you could get in here, huh?" Koby, meanwhile, is then joined by a girl who came to give Zoro some food, and Koby told her to leave, but she said no. "He didn't do anything wrong, he was just trying to help me." Koby is surprised by these words and looks back to the scene, as Luffy would then respond that no one let him in here, but he's gonna join my crew. Holding his hand towards Zoro, he would then begin to emanate a transparent energy, catching everyone off guard, and upon it touching Zoro, it quickly spreads and regenerates his body in the blink of an eye. "The hell?" they all say. "Now, where are your swords?" Luffy asked, and Zoro would then ask how the hell he did that, but Luffy just keeps a smile, not trying to answer, and Hamapo would then ask one of his men to fire, and as they do, Luffy would then turn and catch the bullet and crush them before then letting it fall. "He caught the bullets? This guy can't be human," Zoro thought. "That's not nice. You were talking, you know. You could have just said to get out or something," Luffy said. Luffy would then disappear and appear behind Hamapo, and he would then send him flying with a punch into a wall as he leaves a massive dent in it, and the two marines would then turn to take out their blades, but their hands would then just stopped and caught by Luffy, who tells them to stop. His voice sends a shiver down his spine as he says, "You have no chance." As he lets them go, they stand there frozen until they run off screaming for backup, and at that very moment, Koby and the girl would then jump over the wall as the girl would then check on Zoro, while Koby asks how the hell Luffy just healed him. "Are you a magician?" the girl asks. Luffy would then laugh, saying, "Far from it. I just learned a few things, you know?" "Everything you say is so vague," Koby says, and Luffy would then just laugh at it, asking Zoro once again where his swords were. "Now I gotta throw down with you," Zoro said. However, as he says this, loud steps are then heard, with Luffy and Zoro then turn to see Axe-Hand Morgan make his way out with all his people. "You're trying to overthrow me? Is that it? Is that why you're here?" "I don't really care about you. I'm here for Zoro." "Oh, do you know where his swords are?" Luffy asked. The captain, with his veins bulging, would then ask for his men to take aim, and they do, and Koby instinctively gets in front of the girl as Luffy unsheathes his katana and throws it to Zoro, who catches it, and instantly he feels a swell of bizarre energy, and it was kind of eerie. Meanwhile, Luffy would then sprint forward, and shots are fired, but upon hitting him, they're blown away until he gets to and leaps towards Morgan, who swings. But Luffy would then flip over his axe and kick him forward from behind with incredible force. Instantly, Zoro would then get up and meet the marine captain with a slash to his torso, and he's then slammed to the ground, spewing blood, and he's legit like spewing a fountain of blood. And Luffy would then just begin to laugh as he lands. "That was awesome, first mate. I'm not your mate. You will be. I'll just get your swords myself. Wait for me." As he runs in, Zoro would then stand thinking Luffy is truly inhuman, while he asked Koby what his deal was. "Luffy said he wants to be the king of the pirates." "What? Is he insane?" "Yeah, it might feel like that sometimes, but honestly, the more I hear him talk about things like this, the more it feels like it's possible. You know, yes, we're free. Oh my god. Yes, Captain Morgan's down. We're free." The three are then confused by, the cheering of the Marines, and Koby would then say that that must mean that Morgan was ruling through fear, because they are super happy he got his ass beat. He's me for no reason," said the girl. "Oh, can I give him to you now?" She would then come to Zoro and offer up some rice balls, and he takes one as he bites into it, saying, "Sugary." "Yeah, I thought that would make them taste better." The hell, Koby thought, as the girl would then, just be smiling. Zoro would keep eating the first rice ball, finish it, and then eat the second one, saying, "You were right." This brings a smile to the girl's face, so Koby then truly seeing Zoro's true self, and it seems this world of black and white never existed to begin with. Not everything is as it seems, and he looks like a pretty nice guy. He's just intimidating, naturally. So, a few minutes later, Luffy returns getting his blades back and handing them back as the Marines go to thank Luffy personally, but he backs away asking them to stay back. "Alright, one strike. I'm not much of a swordsman though," Luffy said. Putting his bandana on, Zoro would then put one sword in his mouth and put the other two in his hands, and Koby then asked if they were really gonna fight right now, and he backed away with the girl. "I got food, I got healed." Why not, says Zoro, as he then dashes forward, and he would strike at Luffy with a bunch of strikes with such speed that they almost see like blurs, and yet Luffy was dodging and parrying quite calmly with one hand until he then swung down once, and Zoro instinctively blocked, but his shoulder was then cleaved into as his knees cratered to the ground, releasing a slight shockwave. All that was left is silence at Zoro losing, since he is a pretty powerfully known man, but taking his sword out, Luffy would then heal his injury, and the Marines are shocked when they see this. Zoro would then stand stretching and say, "Not much of a swordsman, huh?" "Well, I'm not. When I go too far, I break them. I suck at it, but I had a good teacher." Zoro would then laugh, saying that he would definitely join Luffy's crew, and Luffy with a big smile would then jump into the air, saying that's awesome. And of course the Marines just let them go, since they just saved them from a tyrannical captain. As a matter of fact, they get to the girl's home, where the mother thanks them with some home-cooked food, you feel me? And the whole town was celebrating. "Thank you for feeding us, ma'am. I didn't really do much either," said Koby. "I don't mind either," said the woman. "Mr. Luffy, how did you do that thing when you fixed Mr. Zoro?" the girl asked. Lighting his hand ablaze with reverse cursed energy as the girl is left wild, she just touches it and it feels warm, and Luffy would then put it out saying, "It's positive energy. You make it by thinking nice thoughts." "Seriously?" Zoro said, and instantly Luffy would then look at him with this scary ass smile, and he shuts up, realizing Luffy's just saying it for the girl. But then he asks what they do now to his captain, and Luffy would then say they're heading to the Grand Line. "We'll pick up more people on the way." Koby would then freak out, saying they die, as the Grand Line is called the Graveyard of Pirates, but as he eats, Luffy would then say, "It's fine. I'm not afraid to die. Trust me. We're friends, right?" "Yeah, that was a cheap blow," Koby said. "No, seriously, I'll be fine," Luffy said. At that moment, the door of the home is then open with the Marine walking in, and behind him will be other Marines, as he asks if they're pirates, and Luffy would then say yes, with the Marines saying unfortunately then they had to leave, or they would call reinforcements. The people panic and yell vouching for them, while Luffy would then stand saying that it's okay. "Stay safe, all of you, alright?" "He's an angel," they all thought. "This guy's a pirate?" As he and Zoro walk off, Zoro would then say that wasn't very pirate-like, and Luffy would say pirates don't need to be dicks. They just need to be free. Koby hearing this felt as though he was being left behind, and Marines then asked if Koby was one of them, but Luffy would then say that he didn't even know that they were pirates until now. "Bye. Have fun, squirt. Maybe you'll chase me one day, huh?" With this, they leave their sight, and nearly crying Koby would then bow, asking to join the Marines, not wanting to miss the opportunity laid out by Luffy. And the man can tell what's going on, the second in charge Marine, but he says of course it's not going to be easy. But then someone said the pirates are known to plant spies, but then Koby would explode into a rage. "I'm not a pirate. I'm going to be a Navy Admiral. Don't mess with my dream." This declaration caught everyone by surprise, so much so that they had to believe him. Like, my man was shouting to be a Navy Admiral. That is a big deal. Now, as Luffy and Zoro left, they were saluted away by Koby and the Marines, who had to punish themselves after doing so, because you can't do that crap, but it was worth it. And Zoro would say, "Marines saluting pirates. Insane." "Well, crazier things have happened," Luffy said. "About that, what actually is that healing stuff?" "It's technique I developed, takes my emotions and turns it into energy, but the primary ones to use it are negative. You need to be insane to learn it. Like, seriously." Slowly, his body began to emit a murky aura that left Zoro shivering, saying that it fits Luffy perfectly and, like, very well. "Oh, and we need a navigator next. I suck at that stuff." "Then why'd you become a pirate for?" "It's fun." "You're gonna be saying that a lot. I know it." Now we will fade to black. Hours pass, and we open up on a red-headed girl being chased through a town. "Stop her! She's fast as hell. We better haul ass, because I don't want to be hit by a buggy ball, alright?" "Finally, I got the map to the Grand Line, and you think I'm just going to hand it over?" Nami thought. However, she slowly was running out of breath, getting very tired, and at that moment she saw her saving grace as two fairly strong-looking men were walking towards her, and she then ran past them, referring to Zoro as her boss. "You came to save me." "Huh? Wait, you're her boss?" the men would say as they come to a stop, and Zoro, instead of talking, just goes to unsheath the sword right as the others do as well, and they attack when Nami would then run off, but Zoro would dispatch them very quickly, and Nami turns around impressed. "Wow, you're pretty strong. You want to team up with me? I specialize in robbing pirates, you know?" Sheathing his sword, Zoro would then say, "Pirates, huh? Well, I am one, and I'm not exactly the captain of our crew." This is when Zoro noticed something, as Luffy would be getting down on his hands and knees, saying, "She assumed you were the boss? Am I that weak looking? You do have a different aura around you when you fight, but get up." He hoists up his captain, who would then slowly get back to his usual self, but Nami would then see that she hates pirates, and she would just get Luffy back to sad Luffy, as Zoro would then yell for him to stop whining. "Fine, but that was rude," Luffy said. "Huh, a pirate caring about rudeness," Nami said. "These are crazy times. What are you doing here anyway? You're a pirate. Don't you know this is Buggy's territory?" "So, why is everyone so obsessed with names?" Luffy asked. "Apparently he eats some devil fruit," Zoro says. and now he can't swim. It's pretty inefficient. By the way, you want to join my crew? What? No. Okay, I'll go see Buggy then. What the hell does that relate to? Nami asks. As he walks off, Luffy's voice would then turn deep, saying, "You don't need to know. You don't like pirates, right? Come on, Zoro." Got it. He follows after him as Nami will then get a bit interested and decides to stick around. Luffy and Zoro then step into the tavern where Luffy senses a group of people. There's a lot of malicious energy coming from there, and they're met by some waiting pirates. Luffy will then beat up and then go to the roof and open his door to see Buggy and his gathered men. As he sits atop his throne, Buggy would then ask who the hell they are, and one of them would say, "Oh, Captain, I think that's Roronoa, right? The pirate hunter? You trying to take my head?" Buggy asks. Walking forward, Luffy would then say that he is trying to take his head, not Zoro. This is between me and you, and his path is then blocked by Mohi and his giant lion Richie. Or nobody doesn't get to meet her, Captain. Instantly, his mouth is then just shut, as from behind, Mohi and his lion are grabbed by Rika, who manifests from the void for all to see. "What the hell is that thing?" "Don't bully Luffy," she says. Walking past Mohi and Richie, Luffy would then ask that she squeeze them as hard as she can, but Buggy then yelling for all his men to attack. And as they do, Luffy doesn't even he doesn't take out his sword. He ducks a strike before then throwing a punch and releasing a torrent of cursed energy that hits everyone, sending them flying off the roof, leaving Luffy open for a path to Buggy. Quickly, Buggy would then detach his arm and fly to Luffy with a knife in hand, but upon striking him, that knife would then shatter as Luffy closes in and sends a punch into the clown's face. He crushes him to the ground as they barrel through the roof and crash to the ground floor, where all of Buggy's men of course fell, and Nami watches as all this happens from an alleyway. "He beat Buggy? And what's with his strength?" she said. "That's what I like to know." Panicking, Nami would then look to her left and see the Mayor Boodle in another alley, and he introduces himself, asking, "Is that a friend of yours?" "No, but he might be a good business partner for a pirate." Boodle gets scared upon learning that he is a pirate, and Luffy would then stand from Buggy's squashed face, saying, "Don't ruin the mood. These people were probably living nice lives before you stepped in." Nami and Boodle hear this, and they're both surprised to hear this from, a pirate, and from the rooftop would then land Zoro, who asks, "So you're gonna tell me what the hell that was about?" Luffy's demeanor completely changes as he scratches his head nervously, saying it's complicated. Nami at this point then runs out clapping and saying that was amazing. This bastard can't have beaten me. It's impossible. No, I'm Buggy," Buggy mumbles. Well, Nami would then enter the tavern and take their stuff, and Luffy would then take the chance to grab Buggy and summon Rika right to his side. Upon seeing the creature, Nami would then drop the treasure and scream, "What the hell is that?" Handing Buggy to Rika, Luffy would then say to throw him as far as she can, think of it as baseball, and she throws him while having a wide grin, and she swells up with a lot of cursed energy, and this pierces a cloud, and he is no longer seen, with Nami once again yelling for an explanation, and Rika would then look to her, saying to shut up. "Yeah, she's pretty loud, isn't she?" Luffy said. "This is Rika. She's a spirit manifested from my tons of daddy issues." "Nah, I'm joking. It's from grief." "Can you not joke about that?" Zoro says. "She's seriously strong as hell." Rika would then warp away, with Luffy then saying she's part of him. "So, you changed your mind about pirates? I'll hang out with you just for some profit, but yeah, I'll come along, as long as you don't use that thing on me. Her name's Rika." "Fine, don't use Rika on me." But the last Luffy would then say that he won't, and he walks off, saying, asking if she's got a ship they can use, and if she's been stranded, for a while. And she picks up the treasure, and they follow her to her ship. She has a ship, and the mayor would then run out, finally thanking them. "Oh, no problem. We'll leave the rest to you guys," Luffy would yell, and he left behind some treasure, and he, the mayor is honestly awestruck. And Nami would then ask, "How the hell are you a pirate? What's that supposed to mean?" "You're too soft," Zoro says. "And you get lost a lot." "That's not even part of the conversation," Zoro yells. "I mean, discussing my moral high ground bothers me a lot more than you think," Luffy says. "But you're not afraid to die?" Zoro asks. "Yep, you guys are just weird," Nami said. "You're the one who robs pirates," Zoro said. "That's different," Nami says. "I need money to buy back a place. Besides, no one cares about pirates. They don't care if they get robbed." "Yeah, except pirates, and you're now one of us, even if temporarily," said Luffy. This argument would then go on as they don't even notice people gathering to say goodbye and thank them, and for the money they left behind. Their adventures would take them to the island of Gaimon, who is free from his little treasure box. Luffy would heal him so he can stand normally again. I really just feel bad for that guy's spine and his knees. God damn, bro. I know people in One Piece legitimately are cartoonish, but god damn, I just can't. I can't. That's why I always help him out in these stories. But he stays on the island, of course, like in the original. The crew, meanwhile, would then continue on their travels and arrive at a new island, and Zoro would say, finally, solid ground. "Well, we need to get some food here somehow," Luffy said. "Well, there's a village nearby, so perfect timing," Nami said. Okay, but I'm not the only one who sees those guys, right? Zoro says he looks to a hill, as do the others, and they spot Usopp and his crew, but the kids run away in fear. Well, Usopp would then stand asking for them to come back, but quickly he had to sack up and face forward. I am Captain Usopp, and I have many men under me, and I rule this island, so you better leave now, unless you want to be hurt by my 80 million men. Liar, they all said. Duh, they saw through me, and I gave in too easily, Usopp said as he begins to panic. Luffy will then chuckle, saying that he's funny. We're not here to cause trouble. Yeah, you know where we can get some food? Usopp hearing this would then calm down as we cut to a bit later, and they be eating some grub at a pub, and Usopp is told everything about their situation. You're making a crew? Man, riding on the seas. Sounds like a great adventure. Yeah, we're Captain neglected to actually get a ship before we set sail, Nami said. Well, I can help with that, Usopp said. Usopp would then tell him about Kaya and her story and her circumstances, but they all conclude that it's very unlikely that they'll get anything, and knowing their captain, Zoro and Nami know that he's not going to steal anything. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for a crewman that could become your captain, Usopp said. What do you think? No, thank you, they all said, but Usopp then yelling that was so instant, but Luffy would then say that he can still join if he wants to, and Usopp is psyched to hear this, but then he realizes that he has to go see Kaya and that he'll be back, he tells him that he'll be back. And from here on out, things will go the same way as the original story. Nothing changes. After the kids of Usopp's crew come to save him, come to see the Straw Pirates, they're told about Kaya and him going to Kaya's home. They go there themselves, ask for a ship. Kalidor insults Usopp and a fight breaks out. And soon they end up leaving. Luffy and Usopp overhear Django and Kuro. Usopp tries to warn everyone, but to no avail, and leads to even the kids in his crew losing respect for his actions. And it all leads to that scene near the beach. So pirates are coming regardless. Why'd you lie, Zoro asked. No one would have believed me anyway. I should have known that. Tomorrow they won't even realize that they're in danger, so it's up to me to save them. I don't want anyone to get hurt, said Usopp. Seeing his sincerity, this would melt their heart, as Luffy would then say that they'll help him. All the treasure's mine, got it. Nami said. Yeah, you have issues, we know, said Zoro. Whatever, said Nami. Usopp, however, would then start to shake out of fear as he tries to calm down, and in frustration he asks why they're trying to make fun of him, and Luffy would say, huh? Make fun of you? I'm gonna cut them down because I agree with you. Why would I help someone out of pity? This brings a tear to Usopp's eyes as he fully accepts their word, and they start a plan. Essentially, they only need to wait at the shore until dawn comes, which is very close since this whole turmoil has taken up a huge amount of time. However, as dawn does come, Luffy will then leap away, Usopp then asking what's wrong, and he says that they're coming from the north, not the place that they're at right now. Wait, our ship's there, Nami said. Rika! As he summons his spirit, Luffy would then leave Usopp terrified, and then she grabs a hold of Zoro, Nami, and Usopp, and she flies over to where Luffy is running to at incredible speed until they come to a stop at another hill, and Rika would then go away, dropping the three. What the hell was that? Rika, she doesn't bite. Calm down, Zoro said, as he unsheathed his blade, and then indeed down the hill there would be some black cat pirates running up, and with a smile, Luffy and Zoro would then charge after the bloodthirsty enemies, while Usopp would then fire at them from atop the hill. What are you doing here? I'm the sniper, but you should go help them somehow, Usopp said to Nami. Yeah, they don't need that. Didn't you see Rika? At that moment, a massive shockwave blows them both to the ground as they would then look forward to see a massive pathway carved by what seemed like the pure strength of Luffy's slash. The remaining pirates are left baffled of what they had just witnessed, and their comrades now reside in the sea and were left bloodied. Quickly, get him before he swings again. They begin to close in, but Zoro would then move in and knock them away, and he and Luffy then stand back to back. You can leave some for me? Nah, sorry, I got pissed. They leap forward and just begin to crush their enemies with impressive strength, but Django would then begin to use his hypnosis. He begins to use his hypnosis to strengthen his men, and they're half beaten to death, but they have insane strength, like zombies, and they charge back at the two. Jesus, they're not going down, Zoro said. It doesn't matter how much you cut them. However, Luffy would then put away his sword and put his hand to his mouth as he tells Nami, Zoro, and Usopp to not overreact at what he's about to do. You're asking that now? Nami yells. Fair enough, Luffy said, but well, take it how you want. Filling his throat with cursed energy, he expels it while yelling, Sleep! A sound wave will then strike and pierce the ears of every enemy present, even Django, as they all freeze and then begin to fall. And as they fall, they begin to snore. What the hell was that? All the Straw Hat Pirates would say, and running down, Nami and Usopp would then be left baffled, and they're actually sleeping, and Zoro would then notice the sigil on Luffy's face fade away before he speaks normally again. He says, it's been a while. Shaking him back and forth, Nami would then ask just how much crazy things he's going to just pull out, and Luffy would then say to calm down when some steps are then heard. They all freeze and turn to see Kuro, who just arrived atop the hill, and he would be livid. You bastards are sleeping? How dare you? This is what the Black Cats have come to? Putting his claws on, the captain would then say, alright, 3 minutes. I'll kill you all. In the blink of an eye, Luffy is then before him already with a punch as this light begins to flash before his eyes, and he's then pounded into the ground, cracking it and cratering into a 5 feet deep as a slight quake would then occur. A discharge of cursed energy would then create more massive ruptures, and Luffy would then stand, wiping the blood off his knuckles. Shut the fuck up. I was barely able to hold back. He's amazing, and he's so strong, Usopp thought. Kaya would then arrive at that moment and is left heartbroken at what she's seeing, and well, she already knows the truth, but she still asks, did you kill him? I don't know, but that's what I was going for, Luffy said. I understand. He really was beyond help, she said. Usopp would then take this chance to run up and comfort her with a hug while she apologizes for not believing him, and at that moment, Pepper, Onion, and Carrot then arrive to see everything. We fade to black. A day passes. At the very shore of what was the battlefield before, the butler named Mary introduces the ship, to the crew. Wow, a caravel, said Nami. Perfect. They're pretty happy with the appearance of the ship, and it's pretty great, pretty big. And Mary would then begin to fill Luffy in on everything about it, since he is, of course, the captain. And after being told everything with the battle, Luffy would then thank Kaya. It's hard to believe you're a pirate, she said. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Wait, guys, stop me, please. The voice of Usopp is then heard, with them all looking up the hill to see him rolling down with his belongings uncontrollably, but as he reaches the bottom, Luffy and Zoro then stop him with the leg to his face each. Thanks, Zoro said. Also, that hurt a lot. As he falls, they take off their foot, and Luffy will then grab the massive bag and walk off, saying that he'll put it on the ship. Welcome to the crew, Usopp. You're still not captain. Yeah, I was gonna challenge your spot. I'm a warrior of the sea. I'm not an idiot. He would then stand and say goodbye to Kaya, who still cannot believe that he's really leaving, but Usopp has made his decision. As he boards the ship and they leave, Usopp would then say that he'll be back one day, and next time, the stories are going to be real, I promise. Stay safe. Usopp would then hear the sound of clatter and turn to see Zoro laying down some booze, as you do, and he and everyone then officially initiate Usopp into the group. They would then gorge themselves on drinks, laugh, get closer, and with this, Usopp is now a pirate and a warrior of the sea, officially. Days later, on the ship, the group has to test Usopp, and Luffy would then bring him to the ship's cannon. Alright, I want you to show me your skills, so shoot that rock over there. Easy work. Nervously adjusting the angle, though, he then fires the bow, and it actually hits, leaving himself surprised, as well as Luffy, who will be impressed, saying that he is now their sniper. Alright, time for a meeting. Luffy will gather everyone inside to talk about things they need. First order of business, we need a doctor, and then maybe a cook. Can't you just heal us if you get hurt, Nami asked. I can heal poison and cuts. I can even regenerate a limb, but I can't heal disease. It's the boundary. Out of all the crazy stuff you can do, it's good to know you have limits at least, says Zoro. Luffy then feels something weird at that moment, and Araki would then go up on their deck, and everyone's then jolted up, but Luffy then running out to the balcony, and he sees a man on their deck. Stop wrecking my ship, Luffy said. Make me. You bastards attacked us first. Leaping down, Luffy would then dash forward, with Johnny then swing his sword, but he's then caught, but the sword is then caught, leaving him surprised, as his wrist is then grabbed and twisted, making him drop the blade, before he's then palm striking the stomach. Now we will listen. Johnny would then slump to the floor, gasping for air as he rolls to his back, but then he looks up and sees not only an angry Luffy, but he sees Zoro walk out with Usopp and Nami. With the two locking eyes, they say each other's names simultaneously, and their crew is surprised. Big bro Zoro? Johnny instantly says as he sits up, and though the pain hurts, he asks what he's doing here. That's what I was gonna ask you. Wait, where's Yosaku? Moments later, Yosaku was then brought aboard, and he is told to have scurvy from Nami. So, by Nami, you didn't get it for scurvy from Nami. What the hell was? Luffy will then heal his mouth so he can at least stop bleeding, and his teeth will regenerate. But he still needs a lot of vitamins, and he would currently be sucking on an orange to kind of help with that. And Luffy would then sit beside him, saying, "Sorry about the trouble. You can blame Usopp." What? You told me to fire the cannon. This is on you too. Luffy would then feign ignorance, avoiding his gaze, but he would then just say sorry in the end. But Yosaku would then say that's all history. Thanks for healing me, big bro. Also, how can you do that? Don't just accept it for what it is, Nami said. We really need help with nutrition, though. This is a good lesson. This could happen to any of us. I guess it's time for a cook then. You guys know some place by any chance, Luffy asked? Johnny would then suggest the Baratie, but warns against it because there are some dangerous people frequenting it. But he then whispers to Zoro that Mihawk might be hunting around there, and this gets him psyched to go there anyway. So they go there. They head off to the Baratie, which is about a 3-day ride on the sea. Nami would then navigate until they get to the ship, and the bounty hunters also, attach their ship to the Mary, so they're passengers now. Finally, we can eat good meals, Luffy said. Nami, you good? What? Huh? Why do you care so much? Oh, come on, we're friends now. Stop being so stingy. You know you like being with us. She's in denial, but I know you're a good woman, said Usopp, which is quickly then met by a scream from Nami to stop speculating from her just being a bit quiet today. As she sighs, however, Johnny and Yosaku would then run to the edge of the boat, screaming that there's a marine boat near theirs, like right there. And the others would then notice as Iron Fist Full Body makes his way out from inside with a few of his men. I'm General Iron Fist Full Body. Who's your captain? Speak. Luffy with a smile would then step up saying, Monkey D. Luffy, captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. Our flag got put up yesterday. Put up by yours truly, said Usopp. Well, today's your lucky day. I'm here to enjoy a meal, so I'll let you off. As he turns and he walks past his men, however, he says for them to sink their ship with a gesture of his hand, and his men would then quickly fire a cannon, but upon it reaching them, Luffy would then take out his blade and slice through it, leaving the Marines and Iron Fist just kind of shocked. What the? He cut it, Iron Fist thought? And Luffy would then leap from his ship and land on the rail of the Marine ship, and the soldiers would then swing their swords, but as they hit his legs, the blades would shatter, Luffy then landing and slinging a punch into both of their stomachs in like 3 seconds. They drop, but Iron Fist sneak attacks, trying to catch Luffy off guard, but his brass knuckle attack, punch, whatever, is caught, because it ain't really nothing. And Luffy would then say, I didn't come here to fight you. You attacked my ship, so I've hurt your men. We're even now. He lets go of Full Body, who touches his hand and feels like he has definitely broken something, and he thought, it's like punching a freaking water tank. Paper Luffy's really a different person when he's fighting, said Johnny, as he and Yosaku would in kind of awe of how masterfully he moves, and Luffy would then jump back, landing on the Mary's head while they pass by the Marines, and he would then say, have a good dinner. You sure that's a smart move? We're gonna be eating in the same place, Zoro said. Nah, it'll be fine. I'm stronger. Moments later, Iron Fist is with his date at the Baratie, but feels bothered by the Straw Hats who weren't far off at another table, and Sanji would then come in like the original, but of course they would fight, leading to Iron Fist being beaten up to a pulp, and Patty would then make his way out, nagging and annoying Sanji in his own words, but also he's being like completely like rational. He just beat up a customer, and this is when he was holding the man up by his collar while his date was horrified. Never waste food in front of me, you bastard, Sanji said. What the hell are you doing? Stop hurting customers, Patty yelled. This bastard insulted her food and called you pests. I mean, you are, but still. Patty scolding him would then tell him to just take that back, while he and Sanji would then, get into a fight while he would drop the man. But then all the chefs run out restraining Sanji, and Sanji goes for another hit, but then Zeph finally comes out and slams a kick into Sanji's face while everyone would just let him go. You trying to ruin me? Just see him off, you idiot. And you. He looks to Iron Fist, who would then kick as well, leaving the Marine shocked because he wondered if these guys were really chefs, like who kicks their own customers. At that moment, another Marine then runs in, battered, saying that Don Creed had finally escaped their grasp of their containment at their base. Impossible. We captured him when he was at his weakest. He couldn't even stand. As Marine goes to speak, however, a shot is then blown through him, a bullet, and Nami says that this is just a madhouse, and Luffy would then move and catch the Marine who was falling as he looks to the door while seeing Gin walk past him. As Gin makes his way to a chair, Luffy would then use reverse curse technique and heal the Marine, popping out the bullet, and he would come back from death as he lets out a breath, and like a big breath, and he sits up much to the surprise of everyone. What did you... Thank you, said the man. You're welcome. Don't thank that bastard, he's a pirate, yells Iron Fist, and as he wondered what devil fruit Luffy must have eaten, a screaming Gin would then ask for a meal, like he's hungry, he's being annoying, and the Marine would then grab Iron Fist's body and make his way out, Luffy then asking if he wanted to be healed as well, and Iron Fist just gave him a stare as they left. But then another ruckus is then heard, with Luffy then turning to see Patty, slam his hand into Gin's already battered body and just like beating him up, and Luffy would then say, man, you guys do not calm down, ever. Honestly, it's funny trying to see you play nice with these crazies, says Zoro. Who's crazy, you moss-head bastard, Sanji said. Slightly unsheathing his sword, Zoro can just sense he will not like this guy. They begin to stare back at each other, while Patty would then throw Gin out of the room. And he tells everyone to just go back to the normal meal. However, that's kind of hard considering everything that just happened. But, let's go back to Gin. He crawls on the floor to lean on something, and as he does, his vision begins to fade in and out. He feels extremely weak, but then a warm touch would then be felt, and he looks to his right, and his vision gets better and better, enough for him to see Luffy, who retracts his hand after having just used reverse cursed energy. You feeling better? What kind of devil fruit did you eat? I didn't do that, said Luffy. Right as Sanji would then come in with a plate, and he hands it to Gin, and Sanji would say, you're a pirate, huh? You don't act like one. Getting morbid, Luffy would then say he knows, as he hangs his head, and Gin would then dig into his food, thanking Sanji, who says not to be so loud, but though a bit sad, Luffy would then notice that Sanji is trying to comfort Gin, like legitimately, and thinks he would be a great addition to their crew. You want to join my crew, Luffy asked. I decline. I got a good reason to stay here. Ah, what is it? I need that old man to light my dish. One dish. Luffy will then listen to Sanji's little conundrum, and in return, Luffy shares why he wants to be on the seas and why he wants Sanji to come with him. But then he says, actually, I don't have a dream. You're a pirate that heals Marines and doesn't have a goal, said again. And he laughs before they're getting serious, and with the mindset like they will never make it to the Grand Line. This ain't a joke, kid. A long silence would then set in, and Luffy would then smile saying, I'm joking, I actually have a dream, but, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. This catches the two off guard as they call him crazy, but Luffy would just laugh, saying he's not afraid to die for his dream. If you still with me, I hope you fulfill your dream. I just told you what, Mike. You can't fool me with just words, Luffy said. Almost as if seeing through him, Luffy calls him out on his bluff, and Sanji would then realize that Luffy isn't just, nice, naive. He's perceptive, and he takes a moment as he says, I've heard all y'all blue. That's my dream. Will Sanji join the crew? Will Don Krieg be a problem? Of course he won't. Finally, the next part of One Piece. It's been your Weapons of What Ifs. I am back and here to stay for a while. Peace. I'm gone.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving.